John.
We're doing this again.
Let's get down to business to review Mulan.
Is that from the movie? Like the original? All Disney animated movies have shit music. And I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it.
Usually I'm the person who pisses off the internet, but hey.
I was excited to watch the new live-action Mulan because no music. I'm a girl, but I'm dressing like a boy. Yeah, I just did that. And you know what else I was super excited about? No fucking Eddie Murphy talking lizard running around cracking wise. None of that.
Get out of here, Eddie Murphy.
No
You're
little
replaced by a bird.
No little cricket running around being like,
yeah, Cricket, you're replaced by a chubby guy. Fucking, we're all over the place right now. We're reviewing fucking Mulan. It just came out today. We just watched it upstairs with John's family.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, so I'm probably going to talk a little shit about this movie, but that's because I'm a grown-ass man. The fact of the matter is that we watched it with my family. It's a family movie. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, so the realistic parts of this movie are about as subtle as a brick to the face.
Realistic is
right?
a generous term.
Right, so like the dramatic elements, the plot points, all those things are about as subtle as a brick to the face. And then there are also the fantastical elements that I can deal with, right? There's like people running up the sides of freaking walls, and there's all sorts of like wire jumping, kick, flip things. I'm gonna kick an arrow into somebody's fucking skull. It's gonna be amazing, but because it's Disney, we're not gonna see any blood whatsoever, right? But those elements aren't as like graceful or like smooth and refined as something like Hero or Crouching Tiger. Like those are also very like obnoxiously in your face. And so this whole movie was very much to me just like being bludgeoned by plot points and bludgeoned by look at this special effect.
I'll say this, when I first heard about this movie being announced, and they were like, no little dragon sidekick. We're getting rid of that.
Get out of here, Eddie Murphy.
And I don't know if this was their official stance, but the reasoning I heard behind it was they're like, we want to make this more grounded and realistic because it's live action and stuff.
Whiff that one.
This movie is less realistic than the cartoon.
Yeah, in certain respects, you're not wrong.
In a lot of respects.
Yeah.
The action is more cartoony than the cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves again, I feel like.
You know what? We're going to be all over the place. This movie was all over the place.
Yeah.
If our pacing seems off, it's because we just watched Mulan.
It's seriously like a tale that's been retold way before Disney got their grubby, greedy mitts into it. This tale's been going on since like the fucking 5th century, right? It started out as like this epic poem about Mulan. And then, you know, over the years it got retold and retold. I mean, it's the 98 movie, the animated movie, wasn't even the first fucking Mulan movie. It was like the 20th, you know? Like it's been told a billion times. It's ancient-ish China, right? And they're being attacked by the Huns, right? And so everybody's got to put out, every family has to give up one son or one male to go fight the battles, right? Well, Mulan's family, they're all girls, except for Dad. Dad's a war hero with a gimpy leg, but he, for honor and duty, he's gonna go do the thing. Mulan, being, you know, fucking spunky little girl, she's like, fuck that, I'm going. And she sneaks out in the dead of night and, you know, tapes up her boobs and puts her hair up and goes on, and she's like, I'm gonna be a kick-ass warrior, which, spoiler, she is.
There's going to be no getting around the comparison of this movie to the 98 cartoon because this is a live-action remake of sorts. But it veers off in some different directions.
Yep.
Wildly so, to some extent.
But it also hits a lot of the same beats.
They do definitely try to hit some of the same beats, to some degree, I think, to their detriment.
Yep.
We'll avoid too much for spoilers. The biggest thing that I noticed, in the original cartoon, she's, you know, maybe a little bit weaker than some of the guys, but on par with plenty of the others. But she really stands out because she's smart.
Yeah.
And that's how she gets away. We all remember in the first one, it's like, oh, they have this thing to climb to the top of a tree or a pole or something, when you got these two like weights attached to like fabric or something. Yeah. Everyone's trying to climb up and slip down. And in the old cartoon, spoilers, she like wraps the weights around and uses it as like a little climbing thing that loggers use or whatever. She's as good of a warrior, and she's also smart.
She's goddamn determined, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Not so in this movie.
Nope.
She has chi.
What's chi?
It's magic. It's just magic. Yeah. As far as this movie is concerned, it's magic. There are two people who they talk about having a bunch of chi in this movie, and basically they're like, yeah, if you got a bunch of chi, you're a witch. And one of them literally is a witch who turns into falcon and bird,
like a murder of crows.
Yeah. This is where one of my biggest problems come from.
Yeah.
Mulan's no longer an equal with the other, you know. It's not about her being an equal with the other warriors, but surpassing them by being smart. She's better than them because she's born magic.
Yeah.
She, like, literally as a child, she's running on a roof and falling, and she has a magic moment where she like catches herself and lands. She's literally the chosen one in a way.
Yeah. And she's a Jedi.
Basically, yeah. She's got enough midi-chlorians. I feel like that is really kind of just taking away from the original movie in a wildly stupid way that I don't know why they did it. I really don't. And no longer do they have the climbing the tree now, and it's not going to be a spoiler, you'll figure it out, but their big trial in this one is fill 2 buckets with water, and you walk up this mountain, like these steps built into a mountain to the top, and you have to hold the buckets up at arm's length.
Yeah.
And she does it. Because it's not because she's smarter or figures anything out. She's not using her brain in any way.
Nope.
Just one day, Mulan's like, yeah, buckets. And then she just does it, and everyone's like, wow. There's this other witch who's an evil character.
I found her
that can possess people and fight with magic fabric and stuff.
Yeah, I found her to be like kind of interesting though. Like her backstory. I was like, can we spend a little time on her? Because I don't give a fuck all about any of these people. So my thing about this movie was when it was done, I was like, okay, I never would have watched this on my own. But I was like, okay, family movie. It beats you over the head with the plot, beats you over the head with the fantasy elements. Like, in just nothing about this movie is subtle at all.
Exposition is just bleh.
But for me, I'm like, okay, family movie. Granted, I feel like my kids are smart enough to not have to be beaten over the frickin' head with plot points every 5 seconds. But, okay, it's big, bright colors, big plot points. It's fucking... So I get it. I get it. It's a Disney movie. This is their brand. It's very on brand for Disney. And I kept having to remind myself that this is Disney. This is on brand for Disney. I'm a grown-ass man. This movie is not for me. So deal with it.
Yeah, but you know what? He can say that. When one of his kids went and took a bathroom break, oh, you want me to pause it? No. Were the other kids really, really engaged, or were they just dicking around with the dog and being like, why is she doing this? That's what was happening.
Yeah.
So, as much as you can say, oh, this movie's not for me, it's for the kids. Your kids didn't fucking like it.
It's for your stupid kids.
If your kids are real dumb shits, I guess, let them watch Mulan.
It's... If you're watching this video to be like, boy, that Mulan movie looks like it's the goddamn bee's tits. Should I pay the extra thing to... No, just fucking wait, because it's coming to Disney Plus for like just standard members in like a couple months. Just fucking wait it out.
And I'll say this. If you were in a... Like, I enjoyed the original cartoon that came out. I was 15 when it came out.
God damn, I'm old.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway. Yeah.
I enjoyed it all right. I wasn't a huge fan, but I enjoyed it. And if you're like, I enjoyed the cartoon, should I see this movie? No. Absolutely not. The pacing is awful. The acting is about as phoned in as I think acting could possibly be in a Disney movie. Yeah. I was shocked at the level of not giving a fuck that so many of these actors seem to have. There's so many weird plot holes. There were so many times in the movie where, as we're watching, I'm turning to John and his wife and being like, why the fuck are they doing this?
And we were just like, meh?
There's so few reasons for so many of the things done. I'm not gonna spoil it because I just don't care. Yeah, I don't like this movie at all. I don't enjoy it. There's almost nothing about this movie I can say I liked, aside from some of the action shots and special effects.
Yeah.
Those were good, but you know what? That shit don't win me over anymore. No. We get that plenty in good movies.
Yeah, there are a lot of good movies out there. Don't fucking get yourself a membership and spend $30. Just wait. If you really want to see this shit, just wait. So that's that. So if you want to see more of our shit, youtube.com/MoJoMenace is where you can find us. You can find our website, MoJoMenace.com, where we have forums, MoJoMenace.com/forums, and a Discord chat. You can get access to it at our forums. And everywhere on the social media, we are at MoJoMenace. Bye-bye.